Thank you very much. Welcome to Good News Week, and the big news, tonight we're reasonably proud to be part of Network 10's Making Your Mark campaign, dedicated to making the world a greener, cleaner, less meaner place. And it couldn't come at a better time. As our politicians get quieter, the skeptics get louder, an increasing number of Australians are rebelling against the idea of paying to fight global warming. Yeah, why should we pay to save the planet? What are the dolphins doing? What are they up to? According to a recent Galaxy poll, over a third of people don't even want to pay 1 cent for global warming. After all, money doesn't grow on trees, and soon, neither will leaves. Many Australians also don't trust the government's claim that the sky is falling. They say it's just insulation. An increasing number of us accept Tony Abbott's description of the ETS as nothing but a great, big, new tax. Tony insists he won't personally screw the planet, but when pressed in the heat of the moment, he may go further than he plans. Who cares that human activity is going to destroy the world at some vague time in the future? BP has proved that we're perfectly capable of doing it right now. 92 million and counting, 92 million. According to the group Frogwatch, that's how many cane toads there are in the top end. 92 million. Counting them was the worst week ever for the Frogwatch. Counting them was the worst week ever for the Frogwatch work experience kid. Stop hopping! Perhaps Frogwatch should do a little less watching and a little more whacking. By the way, Frogwatch should not be confused with Neighbourhood Frogwatch. They're a pro-toad organisation that provides safe swamps and toys for tadpoles. 92 million. 92 million. That's 23 cane toads for every Queenslander. A few more, and if things turn nasty, they could overthrow the government. That's how the Taliban started. But are we sure about that figure? 92 million. Cane toads all look the same. How can Frogwatch be sure they haven't counted the same 23 million times? Some have suggested we introduce Komodo dragons, which will quickly devour the cane toads. Then we just introduce tigers to eat the dragons, rhinos to scare away the tigers, elephants to chase the rhinos, and mice to terrify the elephants. And we've already got a mice plague, so let's go! In other news, the World Cup kicks off on Friday, and to make sure everything goes smoothly, the Bishop of Croydon, Nick Baines, has written a series of prayers. Football and religion have a lot in common. Just like Australia, in the last World Cup, Christ himself was beaten by Italians after they played dirty. The disciples were actually the world's first team, with Jesus as coach, although Judas was kicked out for exceeding the salary cap. Bishop Baines has done a great job of writing prayers that are impartial and will therefore not be used by any fans. If I'm going to pray for the World Cup, I'm praying for Australia. The Lord is my keeper. Ye shall not score. He maketh me lie down, pretending to be injured. And he delivereth me a free kick when I accuse my opponent of tripping. And yea, though I walk through the city with the highest murder rate in the world, I will fear no evil, for the security guards are heavily armed. And the team bus is bulletproof. He anoints my thighs with oil. My jockstrap overflows. Surely goodness and drunk Australians will follow me all the days of the cup. God our Father, please, please, please make the Aussies win. Amen, amen, amen. Oi, oi, oi. Here we pray, here we pray, here we pray. Here we pray, here we pray, here we pray. You're going home in the bosom of Abraham. Thank you very much, and that's the good news.
It's good news week. Someone dropped a bomb somewhere, contaminating the atmosphere and blackening the sky. It's good news week. Someone found a way to give the rotting dead a will to live.
Thank you, good evening. Tonight, with our fingers almost as green as our gills, the king of the compost, Mikey Robbins. Just back from LA, where she's been performing, auditioning and renewing her wedding vows. The almost all-natural Julia Morris. And he's an Aussie cricket legend, a member of the Order of Australia and the host of a new series which premiered last night on the Lifestyle Channel. The big man, Matthew Hayden. It's not a stick. It's not a stick. And they're romping in the rising seas with dolphin-friendly Claire Hooper. Stand-up TV star, enormous force for good, Josh Thomas. And from The Chaser, the marvel of modern science that is Craig Reucassel. Oh, where to go? Where to go? Yeah?
All right.
Yeah, you. What have you been up to? Tell me.
Tirelessly promoting my new book. Whatever.
Is your new book called Tiny Hickeys?
How's it going?
Yeah, it's in the stores. I didn't realise until my mum sent me a text saying that she'd bought 5 of them.
You didn't know that's what happened when you write a book? They put it in stores?
It totally escaped me that anybody was going to read it, which is why I was really surprised when I got an email from the publisher saying the lawyers want to cut some bits. The bit that hurt me the most was they cut the reference to Scientology. And I understand that you can get into a lot of trouble talking about Scientology. I was only suggesting that if you did decide, because it's a bit about vampires, whatever, it's all about vampires.
I'm really excited about the fact that you've been told you're not allowed to say this legally, and now you're repeating it.
I know, I'm such an idiot. But all it was I was just suggesting if anyone wanted to go immortal, then perhaps the best thing to do for your friends and family was tell them that you'd joined Scientology, because then not only did it explain your absence, but nobody would try and make contact anymore. That's all I was saying. But it got...
Clearly been having a bit of fun with a vampire yourself, huh?
I've been promoting the book, and it's quite funny because I keep describing, like not so much vampires, but saying how women are attracted to, tall, pale men that don't go out in the sun very much. And I realise every time I'm just describing Josh Thomas.
Yeah, I have feelings. One of the most annoying things I've ever had to edit, I used to write for a Girlfriend magazine, right?
Yes,
yeah. Ladies, 12-year-old ladies. And because they saw my act and they're like, yes, he knows what's going on in young girls' minds. And then they made me edit out an article that I wrote where I implied that perhaps it's a possibility that Zac Efron sometimes kills puppies. And they made me edit out, and it really annoyed me because potentially he does kill puppies. There's no real point to that other than... Anyway. How you going?
I hate it when the man tries to censor us.
Yeah.
We try and...
Yeah, the man in this case, the editor of Girlfriend magazine.
Who's even younger than you.
Yeah, I was worried that I'd make the girls cry.
Craig, how are you? The rest of your team's gone off somewhere weird.
I'm very good. We don't do books anymore. We've just released an app from The Chaser.
An app
that you can get on iPhones and
Can you
iPads.
explain to the older members of our audience, as you see...
Imagine on the tin cans you speak to each other on, there's a little screen.
They're thinking it's
video and stuff. That's what it is. In our case, it's not an app, it's more a crap, but, the same thing.
So what happens with the Chaser?
It's just lots of stories and new videos and that kind of stuff, and yeah, it's good.
I have an iPad.
You have an iPad?
Yeah.
Great. Can you be the first person to download it?
I've got nothing to say really about them. I just want people. I just feel like I don't know what they do. I was confused about why I would want one and what they do. But I thought that they'll see that I own it, and then they'll think I'm like a good person and they'll like me. That's what I'm hoping. That's my dream. Yeah.
It's easier to type with than I thought, because I'm a touch typist, and I mean that on every level. But it's quite easy to type because I thought you'd be doing.
Have you got one as well?
No, I went in to test it out at the Grove the other day.
Oh.
LA.
Shame on! I've been to the Grove, it's hilarious.
It's so wrong. It's an outdoor shopping centre and everyone's just there's so much VIPness going on, I can't quite get a hold of it. It's fabulous. There's too many VIPs.
But if you walk too far, all of a sudden the Disneyland shopping centre ends and you find yourself in an industrial wasteland. It's bizarre.
That's LA. That's everywhere in LA.
So how has it been in LA? You've been doing lots of interesting things. You auditioned for Leno, I believe.
I did, and I didn't get in, so that's a bit of a shame. But anyway, thanks for bringing it up. And
Is your chin not big enough to be Leno?
no, I think I was too funny. Now, sometimes that can be a bit of a trick. And no, I don't think that's it. But all sorts of things. I've been, I've taken an acting course, and I've been the things that you do when you're not employed. It's terrific. So
could you give us a shot of a taste of your acting ability?
Oh, stop it, Keith.
Oh. Lady Julia Morris.
Hey, I think I saw you in Avatar. You were fantastic.
Very similar.
And Matthew Hayden. A pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you. It's good to see I'm going to fit right in here.
Yeah.
Surrounded by comedians. It's going to be great. And a fat old cricketer, and I don't feel that funny, no.
I don't think
You
Mikey
feel funny
plays
to me,
cricket.
doll.
See, I actually need that. I need that bit of love and attention. So thank you.
Yeah, pleasure.
And you're promoting at the moment a lifestyle program on the Lifestyle Channel?
Yeah, that's
What
a pretty
was
good
that?
description of it. Yeah, it's all about my family and basically just exploring ways that we can be sustainable together.
Your family aren't sustainable?
It sounds a bit Nimbin.
You
But
think?
a bit rural, but that's the reality of it. We love it, we're a part of it, and we're just going along for the
Didn't somebody
ride.
accuse you of being a bit of a hippie recently?
That's true, actually, and I think they actually saw my back because it's the most hairiest property on the planet, So.
Really? Are you a fur-bearing mammal out around the back?
I don't think there's anything wrong with fur.
No, mate.
Seriously, I mean...
Have you met the host?
I think we're a bit fur crazy these days.
It's strange because most people in Nimbin grow dope out the back. You just grow hair.
Yeah, well...
Are all the shots taken in your own garden, or do you cheat it by going somewhere nicer? Because it looked really beautiful.
Thank you. You'd probably be the only person watching it, so thank you very much. I'll definitely go out and get a copy of your book.
Oh, the love. The love. Feel the love.
All right, I'll watch your stupid show if you download the app.
Thank you. Nimbin and all.
Once.
Thank you.
We should open the innings with What's the Story? Mikey, Julia, Matthew, show us your genius.
Oh, not sure.
He's out the back.
Oh, there he is. Paul.
It's a
Hi,
fella.
Paul.
Hi, Paul. He's an ethicist.
He's mad for ethics. Oh,
That looks like rice.
Yes. Could have gone off.
And
That is a cell, if ever I've seen one.
I was struggling here because I was looking at the blank screen. Oh, it's down here. Okay. I was thinking, wow, this is really good, this. I'll be able to get this.
Matty,
We should have a big white screen behind that, shouldn't we? Focus in on it.
Is it something to do with how the ethics-wise we shouldn't be mucking around with cells?
Hey.
Oh, you're asking me?
Well, that was cells going into another cell, wasn't it? I mean, if there's one thing I remember from school is cells and photosynthesis. CO2 plus H2O, sunlight over chlorophyll, C6H12O6 plus oxygen. There it is. That's all I remember.
Actually, you know the nice thing is? Somewhere out in Australia right now, an old retired biology teacher went, she remembered.
Hi, Mrs. Ricketts.
Hi, Mrs. Ricketts. Well, you're sort of right. You're sort of right, J-Mo. What we actually saw was, what's it called again? The DNA helix?
Oh, mad for helix. You know,
So, which one of you was from Nimbin? I can't remember.
And
I'm rubbing off on him.
I beg your pardon?
You touched me first, though.
Jeez, and we all thought Warnie was Randy. Anyway, the idea is that these scientists in America are now reckon we can actually, by putting this DNA helix into germs, or whatever you call them, begin with a B, bacteria. Thank you, bacteria. We can create life. So take that, God.
So we can make life, or we have made
We've
artificial
made life, mate. We are. In fact, there's probably people switching off the telly to go in the back room and try it now. Because there's a much simpler way of doing it,
I remember it well.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 10 points to take them into the wonderful world.
Thank you.
Well done. Scientists in the US have created the world's first artificial life. It's alive, alive, I tell you, alive. After 15 years and $47 million, a team of biologists has developed a new bacterium which is controlled by man-made DNA. It was actually an accident. They were researching a new kind of sweetener for soft drinks when it started asking questions. It puts them one step closer to the great dream held by scientists all over the world, to build their own girlfriend.
It's actually synthetic life.
Synthetic life.
Yeah, I don't understand why you'd want synthetic life. It just means you get a person you can't iron. I'm a house husband. I know these things. Yeah.
I really hope this show is more haberdashery based material.
Yeah, exactly.
It's my favourite.
Here's my wife. She's polyester. She dries quickly.
She can't walk past heaters.
Claire Josh Craig, time to make a scene.
There's some boats. Oh.
Some sort of saw. Oh, and
James Cameron.
I didn't know James Cameron was so funny looking.
He is funny.
He's so funny looking.
He has here's your hair if you never get a haircut.
What? James Cameron did something, I think. Is that what happened?
No shit, Sherlock.
I can't believe we didn't get this story. I totally know all the facts on this one. But go.
Oh, yeah.
Just hold on a second, you might have to jump in.
It's very marine, isn't it? It must be the clean-up boats.
Oh, yeah.
And the difficulty. Like, they just can't seem to plug the leak.
BP.
The BP.
Yes.
Gulf of Mexico.
People say that James Cameron was asked to fix the oil leak. That's not true. BP was asked to fix a gigantic hole in the plot of Avatar. That's the actual stuff. It's just this enormous terrible thing.
I'm going to help you out here. James Cameron, not just with the movie Titanic, but he was behind...
The Abyss.
No, actually, the expedition to go and find the Titanic and sending the cameras down that deep. So he has expertise in deep sea...
Aquatic vehicles is what he's the expert in.
Hey, J-Mo!
I live in the United States. I know everything. And they said maybe if he could just come and have a look that he might get inspired as he did when he sent those vehicles down to have a look at Titanic because no one had ever been down there that far before. And he created with a chap who's like an engineering fellow a boat that went down and had a little sniff around and filmed what the Titanic looks like now. So they just thought hopefully he might have some sort of idea of to build a vehicle.
That's really going to fix the thing. The oil's still leaking, but now it's in 3D. Great. I think the actual thing they're going to try and do is they're actually going to get him to drop all those Na'vi people in the water so it looks blue again.
10 points, ladies and gentlemen. Have it. All the information. Thank you very much. BP has clearly got less than no idea. They call in film director James Cameron. He offers to help stop the spill in the Gulf, and they say thanks, but no thanks. Idiots. He could just stuff the hole with money. Cameron's tough. It'd probably stop if he just yelled cut. Think of his experience, BP. Jim could create some sort of massive 3D blockbuster set on another world that'd distract everyone from how much you've rooted this one. Then again, maybe a Hollywood director isn't the way to go. If Avatar is anything to go by, the oil is going to win.
You got to the end of that movie? Shit.
How do we know Cameron wouldn't go native and fight for the freedom of all crude oil? Whatever happens, BP is looking forward to the day it's all over and they get out of their wetsuits and into their lawsuits. So after one crude round of Good News Week, the Robbins team are on 10 points, the Hooper team are on 10 points. Coming up, the lovely ladies. During the break, as we cancelled our holiday cruise to Gaza, both teams were given 3 clues to a recent strange but true story. Robbins, Morris and Hayden got...
I was framed, I tell you! The leopard did it!
You didn't make it to the wizard then?
There was an incident with one of the small people. I got peckish.
Why does the line of testicles coming out of its nose?
Because it's very cold in the zoo.
Clearly, he just sneezed a bit too hard.
It's where the elephant kicked him.
It's going in the right direction.
Your whole face looks like a penis.
I'm the lion knob.
We also have essential oils. Essential
Yes,
oils.
I've moved from Nimbin now to Byron Bay. They're lovely though.
Beautiful sentence. Yeah, throw one on.
Maybe we can make the line a little bit frisky.
Are you, I think you meant to
Was it Yang Lang?
put it in the little bowl there, not on me there, Matthew.
Okay, right.
Oh, there's some in there already.
That's not what they do in the dressing room of the Aussie cricket team.
How's that working?
You like to smell good?
I'll fall asleep in a
We
minute.
used to.
Which one have you put on? What is it?
I hope it's Essence of Wildebeest. I wonder if the chick from Wicked knows I've got her hands.
And finally, we have this.
Cry at night, no one in sight, and we have got so much to share. Talking's fine if you've got the time, but I ain't got the time to spare. Yeah, do you wanna touch? Do you wanna touch? Do you wanna touch me there? Do you wanna touch? Do you wanna touch? Do you wanna touch me there? Yeah, there, where?
Nice, working for you.
Definitely done the trick, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
And Hooper, Thomas, and Reucassel have an ancient weapon.
It's actually Matt Preston's cutlery.
No, you know what? It's the prehistoric version of eHarmony.
We also have a cloud of gas.
That's the white clouds, that's the good clouds, and they told me this is the black clouds, and that's the
Oh,
black
that's all.
clouds, but
Yeah.
that's that rule of thumb for black, white, good, bad that doesn't work with people. It's just something that I like to bring up sometimes, and that's my prop. Well, let's keep looking at it. Someone spent a good 20 minutes on it, so...
It's like the world's oddest weatherman.
It looks like a manic depressive having an idea.
And finally, this.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna need a beat. Reucassel, MC Reucassel.
Is that a beat?
Oh, so what? All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. I suspect with a brand new invention, something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow to the extreme. I rock like a vandal. Light up the stage and wax the top like a candle. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Yo.
That was amazing. You just managed to make Vanilla Ice seem black.
Do you know my favourite thing about Craig's beatboxing is he has a little piece of paper just reminding him because he didn't know how to do it. So he's got a little piece of paper reminding him to say cha.
I had to be taught.
And it worked.
And that's all it is, baby.
I thought it was great. All those curious bits and pieces will come together at the end of the show, now to the game called 5 Second Grab. Can our players identify the stories from my intriguing nuggets?
No, but I can tell you what you had for dinner last night.
Robin's team, we have for you. This was not a love boat. This was a hate boat. This was not a love boat. What's it about?
It's not about Captain Stevens' love boat, because there was never any hate on that.
Thank you, Julian.
Something to do with the Israeli invasion.
Yes.
Of the boats going over to Gaza.
Yes.
Those evil aid ships.
Yes.
And apparently it takes... well, that's one of the reactions to it. There was...
Do you know who made that reaction? Who said those words?
Captain's jibbing. To me, that sounds like that wacky old Benjamin Netanyahu.
Benjamin Netanyahu did say that. Thank you very much.
Nice.
5 points. The Darwin Hospital is treating about 8 drunk and hungover birds a day.
Ah, so Darwin women have cut back on drinking.
I thought that was compulsory.
This is one of those sort of stories that does pop up quite frequently. Animals get, and birds in particular, when fruit goes rotten, let's face it, because all wine is fermented grape juice. And so when fruit like figs or apples get rotten, birds will feast on them and get spackers. Absolutely. And
What did you just say?
Spackers.
Spackers.
Spackers. That's
Absolute-
like a malfunctioning McDonald's, is it?
That is a true story, though. It's where the piss as a parrot comes from. So,
Yeah.
on the cane farms and stuff, when they cut the cane then falls off the side of the bins, lands in the water, it rains. You've got natural yeasts and stuff within every food. It then ferments, and the parrots sit there, and it's actually hilarious to watch a parrot piss. I mean, honestly, they're quite ruckus, and they really, there's argy-bargy.
They try and crack on?
It's like an AF. Well, they
Hello, darling.
I love you, mate. Actually, the worst thing about a drunk bird, like a parrot, waking up next morning with a hangover going, oh, God, I slept with an ibis.
Polly wants a twist top.
Polly wants a Barocca.
You do have it. And the last one now. Used oil from 750 restaurants and pubs is refined, then sold for £1 a litre.
Oh.
We all knew that the Poms were idiots.
He can say that.
Well, actually, I probably can't, but that sounds right, doesn't it?
Well, either that or BP's taken over restaurants. They're going to take cooking oil, refine it, take all the gunk out of it, and you can run a car on it. And in fact, they're talking about London cabs, I think, will be run on...
Crisco cabs.
They just slip through the traffic.
So have them all, ladies and gentlemen, 15 points. London's famous black cabs are switching from diesel to a new form of fuel. Chip oil. Ah, London, the only city in the world when you get fat by breathing. Never has so much pollution smelled so mouth-watering to so many. You can now grab a high-carb cab with a low-carbon cab print. It's not quite the same as diesel, but it's very dim similar. Cabbies say the chip oil works fine. You've just got to have the wipers on all the time to keep the seagulls away. Ready for a dose of the 5-second grab Hooper team?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Officials believe the classical music helps to stimulate activity amongst the tiny organisms that break down the waste.
This is a German story, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's from Berlin.
Yep.
A sewage treatment plant where they're playing the classical music. And in combination with other things, the vibrations from very loud classical music helps stimulate the breakdown of the waste.
Why is it always classical music in these stories?
Because-
Why is it never Vanilla Ice? Well, that's stimulating.
If you play Justin Bieber, the shit just increases.
Why don't you all just back off the beep?
Did you see the story I love this week is that Justin Bieber he's going through puberty, so he can't sing on tune anymore. I hope his career drops as fast as his testicles.
I'm just really jealous that he gets to go through puberty. Seems so unfair.
You do have it, like trying to talk to drunk rugby hoons with the language skills of a chimpanzee.
That's an ad for Matty Johns' new footy show.
I don't know.
No, actually, I do know this story.
Oh,
though.
good.
This was somebody talking about, I think this is a show in New Zealand or something, talking about how to deal with kids. She's talking about kids. Trying to deal with kids is like doing that. And I think she suggests that you should be able to lock your kids up. Like,
It's that woman.
Oh, how good would that be?
Yeah, I know. I tell you what.
How good would it be if you're allowed to smack them and if you're allowed to lock them up? Oh, the joy would be extraordinary.
As the parent of 3 children, can I just say to that woman, yes!
Is Nigel a woman's name?
Nigel.
Nigella.
If you went home with the wrong person last night, don't bring it to us, okay? I'm sure Nigel was a woman, okay?
She was a lovely
A lovely lady. It's just that Nigel here, the parenting expert,
was awful.
seems to be a male. Thank you very much.
I think you
Oh,
find
it's a man, is it?
I think you find it's Ms. Nigel.
Ms. Nigel.
Yeah, that's her last name.
Do we have to get the gender right?
I'm going to give it to you regardless of the gender mistake we've made there.
Oh, that's very kind.
Yeah,
sorry.
thank you very much.
Is that what he said to you last night?
All righty. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. I wish I could say something smart. You've got this emerald green grass that's watered and fertilised, so it probably looks pretty good to them. Oh, I can't get it. Oh, well, that's bad. Oh, well, we'll give it to you
It's
now.
a new form of dope that Maddie's got in Nimbin.
It's the they're talking about the MCG and why the Seagulls come down to play.
Thank you.
Dot, they come and watch the footy.
They come down. They're a pain.
They
in
eat the seeds, is that what they're saying?
And do they make the pitch a bit slippery?
What?
The birdies. Are you saying that they're birds?
Do you know, you must know heaps about seagulls, Matthew, because you're a cricketer and that's all that really happens.
Yeah, I know heaps. I have 6 hours a day of looking at seagulls. They fascinate me.
It's what I've been wanting to ask you, right? Because, like, you've been doing cricket for how long?
Probably since you were born. How old are you?
So, like, 20...
They don't
20
call
years.
it doing cricket.
Doing cricket?
You've been doing cricket?
What was that? Like, did you like it?
A little bit.
A little bit? Because I've never watched it, right? I've got anything else on, like ironing or anything. But every time it comes on by, like, freak accident, I've never seen anything happen. It's just, like, you've got all these guys on the field.
You do know you're bigger than him. You don't have to keep sitting there.
I think they should. I've heard rumours that, like, people throw balls and stuff, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
I'm
What are you saying,
seeing
mate?
a great I'm seeing a great production of The Odd Couple being born right now. Josh Thomas and Matty Hayden.
Have you ever killed a seagull with the hidden
No,
ball?
I haven't.
Have you ever killed
I've
a
got nothing
slappy?
about this story. I've got nothing for you. You're starting to give me the cheese and whiskey. I find you mildly annoying, in fact, right now.
You've never killed a slightly uppity 23-year-old comedian, have you? Because
How are you with little rocks? Could you bowl one of those at that fella over there? Take out his eye?
Oh, that's
It's
the
stuck.
gag.
They're not movable, those little
They're glued on. They're stuck on.
That one's not.
You missed it.
Don't have a lot of strength in the arms there anymore. That's what it's about, is it?
Very big.
There's another one. Look at that. They all seem pretty loose to me there, Matty.
These aren't, though. Look, a nasty wound, wouldn't it? The side of the temple.
I think it'd be tremendously ironic to take relaxation oil and throw it really hard at Josh Thomas.
I don't think it would be ironic. I think that would be bad.
So before the fights start, they're 15 aside, ladies and gentlemen. They got all of them right, which was fantastic. Seagulls are causing problems at the MCG, with unusually large flocks congregating around the ground during AFL night games. The gulls are attracted by the green grass and bright lights, which create the perfect habitat for tasty grubs. They also use the oval for their own sport, moving statues. What we don't realise is their calls are actually sledges. Wanker! Wanker!
That's what we do, Josh, in cricket. We yell out really bad sledges. Wanker!
Wanker!
I was like, is that what you do? That's why you did it for 20 years. That sounds brilliant.
It's almost like watching an explorer meeting a new tribe.
But there are ways to get rid of gulls from the MCG. Stop telling them when the games are on. Instead of oranges at half-time, give every player a snake. Perhaps we could import some kind of toad. Change one team's name to the Gulls and train them to be tiny mascots. Build a time machine, travel into the past, track down Noah and feed his 2 seagulls to a walrus. Or just get Jason Ackermanis to tell them to stay out of sight. The Robins now on 25 points, the Hoopers on 25 points. After the break, we make our mark. This is a game called Making Your Mark, where we find out just how much our players really care about the planet. Robin's team, which of you will step up?
Not me.
Not me.
Maddie, come on.
Go get him, baby.
Righto.
Go, lifestyle boy.
This feels surprisingly like BBC Hard Talk.
What's BBC Hard Talk?
It's a grown-up show, Paul.
The only contract is that you have to shake a man's hand at the end of the interview. Basically, they just break you down until you can't breathe anymore or cry, one or the other, but you have to shake your hand.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's quite disturbing. I find that quite disturbing.
It's quite moist, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's because I'm a bit nervous, you know? Live audience, a bit scared.
Your fly seems to be undone as well.
Cricketers are always ready, aren't they?
That is... I don't like that. Don't make fun of Matt.
Because we're bonded now and we're, we're like in a
photo.
special place.
I think you are ready if you want to be, but not if you think that's a rude thing to say.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I just... this is the first time I saw you stand up when you walked over to the chair. I was like, oh, I'm gonna relax on the insults a bit.
Is my fly undone?
Oh,
it is,
gosh.
by the way. It is. Thanks for the tip.
Come, we'll do it again. You want to come back in again? It's just, did you know when you're sitting there and a glint catches your eye?
I shouldn't have unzipped it. My bad. My bad.
Some really special things happening there.
Come on, we just... You know, but you can be safe in the knowledge that this is the sort of show that would point that out to you.
Thanks.
You know, there's some fellas would just...
I'm getting a lot of support and I really appreciate it.
So what's the name of your lifestyle channel program?
Matthew Hayden's Home Ground.
How many have you done so far?
Just the one.
Just the one?
6-hour episodes.
Right. 6-hour episodes. Oh, 6
6-hour episodes.
6 hour. I thought just 6-hour episodes. That's gonna test anyone's patience for God.
I agree.
And there she is. I've planted her. I'm just watching her grow now.
Kind of sounds like cricket.
You learn fast, don't you?
The amazing thing is, just a bit of a clip on the back of his head, and he goes down. He's bang.
I'm a fast runner, though. I'm a fast runner.
Even Fiona O'Loughlin has managed to clip him on the back of the head.
She's a bitch.
Can we get my part done now, please?
Okay. If it's breaking down properly, how should compost smell? Rich and earthy,
Yes.
like you've eaten too many eggs, or like a mining industry press release?
It's definitely not too many eggs, because otherwise you wouldn't go visit my backyard. No, I'm going to go rich and earthy.
Rich and earthy?
Yes.
Let's just see if Matthew's right. Yeah! What is Asian brown cloud?
About 25 a kilo.
An unfortunate byproduct of too much curry? A layer of air pollution covering India and Pakistan, visible from space? Or the nickname of former Sri Lankan batsman Arjuna Ranatunga?
Well, it couldn't be the last one because he retired 15 years ago or more, so surely something like that doesn't hang around so long. I've just come back from the IPL and I know what happens in the back of a bus, you know, when we've had too much curry, so I'm going to rule out that one. It's not that bad. So, number 2, layer of air pollution.
Let's just see if Matthew is correct. Yeah! Beautiful. This isn't stressful, is it? It's okay, we can through it.
I'm a little nervous, I've got to say. Well, I'm very nervous. I have my fly down. I'm getting sledged by one of the finest comedians on the planet.
That is a funny joke.
See, now we're bonding, finally. I would have loved you and Bat Pat as well, by the way.
It wouldn't love me in what?
Sitting there. Bat pad.
Bat pads?
You would have been sitting there, I would have been batting against you. I would have been eyeballing you, just dying to smash you. That would have been my whole focus for 6 hours would have been to concentrate on you and see if I can hit you.
There's still a chance.
Oh my God! He's got the vapors!
In public toilets, it's better to use paper towels, use the electric hand dryer, or check first for George Michael.
Well, I'm definitely going to check for George Michael. There's no question of that. Paper towels are... I'm going to go the second one because I think air's surely got to be cleaner than paper.
In production and,
well,
getting it to the... Yeah, no.
Number 2.
Number 2?
Yep.
Let's have a look. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I sense you're going to make your children proud tonight. You've only got one more for a perfect score, Matthew Hayden. For a perfect score.
Massive know-it-all. No worries.
In 2008, why'd you say that to me?
No, me.
Oh,
Not you.
Oh, right.
Mate, I don't want to sledge the host of the show.
Having a go at him, now going to have a go at me. I thought, no, that's it.
I don't want to be in grief for the next 2 hours of filming here, that's for sure. No, so no.
In 2000... Hey! Get out.
Trust me, you don't want to touch it, mate.
It's like a fungal growth. It'll just leap onto you and you'll think, where did that come from? In 2008, what did China recycle to resurface roads? Bald tyres? Robbie Williams CDs? Or dissidents?
Ouch. Do you like dissidents? Is that why you're laughing?
I don't know what they are, I just wanted to say.
Rubber on rubber.
Oh dear, no.
I don't think that's right. And obviously not dissidents. So I'm going to go as bad as that sounds. I'm going to go Robbie Williams CDs.
As bad as it sounds, because you like Robbie Williams?
I do like Robbie Williams, yeah.
Let's see if he's got it right. 10 out of 10. Go!
Beauty.
That's it. Time in hell is over. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Matthew Hayden.
See, they like me.
China, the economic powerhouse of the world, also being overrun by rat plague. Clearly, their one rat policy isn't working. The rat plague has sparked a mass extermination drive, the biggest China has carried out since the invasion of Tibet. The population explosion has been caused by a rise in temperature since the start of May. Horny rodents are checking each other out, thinking, is it just me or are the rats looking hotter? The Chinese government has estimated if every citizen spent just one day catching rats, the rest of the world would run out of mobile phones, television, clothes and cheap plastic crap. Or perhaps they could just import some kind of toad. Which enormous brain will be the next to make their mark? Find out right after this.
It's good news week.
Hooper team, who will make their mark as your champion?
I'd like to sub in the biggest brain in Australia, Dr. Karl Kruszelnicki!
Hey, Dr. Karl, how are you? Dr. Karl, ladies and gentlemen.
Why didn't Jupiter make the front page of the newspapers?
Oh, who knows? Because it can't read.
There was something really big, right? So, did you see this? Did anybody see what happened to Jupiter in the newspapers? One.
It's lost its stripes.
It's lost its stripes. So you've got Jupiter, this giant planet. It contains 95% of all the matter in the solar system that is not the sun. It has a big red spot on it that is big enough, it's a cyclone, it's been running for 4 centuries, it's big enough to swallow the Earth 2 or 3 times over. And there's a band that goes around the planet which encompasses this red spot. Jupiter goes around the sun, pops out on the 23rd of May, the stripe's gone. Anywhere in the newspapers? No.
It's been demoted.
Right on.
Maybe it's not in the paper because,
That's 'cause
nothing
it didn't-
happened. Like, like it lost the
Didn't
stripe.
you just
and
say a band stopped touring the country? It's nothing, no
Yeah.
big deal.
No, it didn't make the newspapers because it didn't rape anyone.
That's always a rich vein of comedy.
So you didn't get onto the Leno show?
Dr. Karl, did they know what the band was made off of? Was it dust or gases? Or
Oh, it's gases.
right.
But there's so much we don't know about Jupiter. But that's another story.
Well, that's clear. That's becoming very clear at the
I
moment.
used to really like Jupiter caramel bars, but you can't find them anywhere these days.
Did they disappear when they went behind the sun?
Yeah.
Can't find them anywhere.
So, shall we begin your questions?
I'm
for
very happy
the
to
Hooper
follow
team?
along.
In 1921, for what did Albert Einstein win a Nobel Prize? Experiments with solar power, experiments with the speed of light, or experiments with mice and catapults?
In 1905, he wrote 4 papers, each one of which would have won anybody a Nobel Prize. And one of them was relativity, and they didn't give him the Nobel Prize for that because it was too controversial. Another one was the equivalence of energy and matter equals mc squared, and I've actually seen the equation that he wrote with my own eyes written in pencil, and that's given us nuclear power, and he didn't get the Nobel Prize for that. He did Brownian motion. If you get, any liquid like water, and you put some dust in it, and you look at it through a microscope, you'll see the dust sort of go jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And people have been seeing this ever since we've had the microscope. Einstein saw it and said, hey, that proves that molecules and atoms exist. And he did.
Stop avoiding the question. What are you, a politician?
I tried and failed. No, it was the photoelectric effect. You get a solar cell and you could pump a little bit of red light at it, nothing happens. You could pump a huge amount of red light at it, nothing happens. A little tiny bit of blue light, bingo, you got electricity. What's going on? He explained it, and for that he got his Nobel Prize.
Thank you very much. Let's have a look. A, B or C would be fine.
I'm not going to insult Karl because, like you're scary because you're big, but you're wearing that shirt, like, you're crazy, you know?
When was the world's first documented solar steam engine produced?
Okay. I don't know. I'll have to guess. Go on.
No, wait,
What are the
you've got a
options?
choice.
Yeah, okay.
1972,
Reason?
1866, or on the Curiosity Show.
I love the Curiosity Show.
Curiosity.
But that wasn't it. 1972 is too recent. I'm going purely by exclusion for 1866.
1866?
Yep.
You want to talk about it a bit more?
Look, Faraday invented the electric motor in the 1920s. Imagine if they'd married the electric motor to the solar steam. Mate, we wouldn't need to be burning that coal stuff.
Exactly. What's the point of that? It's going to run out one day.
Then who's going to pay the super tax?
Shall we see if Dr. Karl's right? 1866, no.
Oh, yes! Thanks!
To supply all our electricity needs via solar power, what would be required? 0.3% of the world's land area, panels on every roof in Australia, or the complete annihilation of every major oil company?
A is closest. It's about 0.15%-ish. It's close enough. If you were to get an area the size of Victoria, say 500 kilometres by 500 kilometres, and shove it in the tropical deserts around the world.
That's a great idea for Victoria as well.
And if you were to have just the solar cells of today, no fancy schmancy technology, with 1/3 coverage only of that area, allowing maintenance and to avoid shadowing, you could supply the whole world with solar electricity with no moving parts. If you want to then go for solar thermal, you can have moving parts, and then you can run through the night as well. We could run the world on solar electricity if we were prepared to have the governments govern.
All right.
But they won't.
The size of Victoria.
And you need that surface area scattered around the world.
Or just Victoria. I mean, why aren't the Victorians doing that to save the world? What is it about solar power that most appeals to you?
I like the way that it just sits there.
No, we have some choices. As a human being, it's the most environmentally friendly option. As a scientist, it poses great intellectual challenges. Or as a fashion icon, it gives you a chance to wear increasingly loud Hawaiian shirts.
All of the above. My daughter is doing fashion and design, and I'm encouraging her to use materials like rheomagnetic fluids in her designs. So that would be number 2. Number 3 I'm happy with.
Can you explain rheomagnetic fluids?
Rheo means flow, magnetic means magnetic. So you can have, say for example, a fabric, which you can just sort of squash up and then just shove into your pocket. And then you can give it the shape you want, sort of blossom it out, hit a tiny little button, and it freezes.
Oh, yes.
Into the shape
Nothing,
you've given
sorry.
it.
I've got nothing to add except that I read about them and I'm excited.
See, I thought rheomagnetic meant underpants that attract steel. I'd wear that. Can of Coke? Don't mind if I do.
So instant wearable clothing you can take out of a pocket, push a button and bang, it's there.
Yep, and it becomes, you can make it opaque, you can make it give off light, you can make it transparent if you want to go partying. You can use it to generate solar electricity.
What sort of party would you go to in transparent clothes, Dr. Karl?
Hellfire Club is a good start. The intellectual challenge is to make that stuff flexible. The stuff on the roof, the solar panels, they're too solid, they're too big, they're clunky. It'd be good to have them so that they could flow over the side of houses, they could be incorporated into paint, you could build them into the road. So there's intellectual challenges, and it's environmentally friendly. I love that one too. I love all of them.
Okay. Let's just see if Dr. Karl's right. But I'm going to give it to you. It is all the above for you. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please thank Dr. Karl Kruszelnicki? Coming up, Hotspot. This is Hotspot, where the big questions about the news of the week meet the finest performers not currently wanted for questioning. Robin's team, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What's the worst thing about whales? What's the worst thing about whales?
When you kill them, it's hard to get them in your freezer.
The worst thing about whales is being mistaken for one.
Their appalling sense of direction. Have you ever heard of a flathead beaching itself?
I just think it's a little, considering rising sea levels, I think it's a little inconsiderate of them to be so frickin' huge.
They're such bitches. They never want to play with you at the beach. Come on. Jump in the water with me.
Yeah. They're too busy dying.
They've got really bad breath. That's true.
They're all with Optus.
What would you like to drive? Oh, do you want to guess on whales? Yes?
The worst thing about whales is how they respond when they lose a rugby match. Heart attack, yeah.
I, for one, have never been comfortable with the word blowhole.
That was worth waiting for.
I'm very comfortable with the word blowhole.
How can we get kids away from computers and onto the cricket field?
Oh! What? At gunpoint.
I mean, I think they should be, playing cricket because it's good, but maybe the key advantage of a computer over a cricket field is porn. That's the answer. I know it's a joke question, but that is the actual answer. Porn, that's why we're not...
You clearly don't understand cricket. Cricket is all about porn.
What about just putting a cricket bat in their hand and actually being a dad, taking them outside and going and playing?
I want Matthew Hayden to adopt me.
If you're able to create artificial... Oh, yeah, come on. No, I've stopped now. Maddie, come on, the dot's calling you. Yes!
Do you want to whisper it to me and I'll say it?
I don't like you very much.
He said, Josh, I heard you have a really mighty penis.
If you're able to create artificial life, what would you make?
Something yummy.
Yeah, that screams as you eat it.
Yeah, a steak that fights back.
Stop eating me!
Yeah, come on,
If only that made me little arms and legs so I could run away.
Or a pig that walks in and says, I'd start at the rump.
How can we get the Seagulls out of the MCG? No, yes.
Shoot him! Just shoot him.
Your time in America has really impacted on you.
Gone crazy.
Send out 1,000 toddlers.
How can we incorporate seagulls into sporting matches? I'd like that.
Just replace the ball in league with a big fat seagull. So every time it gets past.
But when you pass it the first time, isn't it just going to fly away?
Yes, they're right.
I'm really excited about the similarities between that and Quidditch. It's like a live snitch that you can chase after. Isn't that?
I like how you're very familiar with Quidditch but have no idea about cricket.
There's a very important difference, which is Quidditch is frickin' awesome.
Well, that's the Harry Potter of cricket. How do you know if your parrot is drunk? How do you know if your parrot is drunk?
I'm not surprised the parrots are all drunk, because they're all on the sauce.
Your hamster's pregnant?
He's going, dance, cocky, but he's on his side. It'd be funny if I did this, wouldn't it? Dance, cocky, dance, cocky.
You got a whole bunch of texts at 3 a.m. saying, who's a pretty boy then?
He keeps saying, Polly want a kebab? Polly want a kebab?
That's it. Give them a round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. Strange but True is next. Time to put Strange but True to bed. Mikey, Julia, Matthew. You had the lion. Oh.
Set me free, why don't you, babe?
I only had a brain. The knife. Oh, look at you.
Yeah. As opposed to the Tin Man who can't love.
We also have essential oils.
So it's got to be something about massage, surely.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got a vibe.
Got a vibe? And the last clue was this.
It is this.
Cry all night, Lord, inside, and we've got so
So how do our ideas connect? What story do they tell?
Well, I believe it might have something to do with lion prostitutes.
It kind of is, on many levels. The zoo is starting...
Oh, that's right, yes. I was behind bars, so I wasn't just a lion.
No.
I was a lion in a zoo.
And the lion says, do you want to touch me there? Because apparently some freak of nature reckons that it will bring out the best in the animals while they're in the zoo if they use kind of massage oils and massage the animals. I think it's a little tricksy website weirdness, but I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying that's what they're saying to do.
Yeah, it's a brave man who goes in with some chocolate butter to see the lion. Yeah, mate.
So even though it sounds strange, if you want to massage the animals, I say get into it. Anything that gives those guys a better life is cool.
They do have it.
Oh, well,
ladies and gentlemen, 10 points.
Very nice.
In the English city of Devon, a zoo is doing its bit to help the planet by using alternative health techniques like aromatherapy and massage on the animals. It's been a great success. The animals are now so relaxed, they feel like they've died and gone to Devon. Died and gone to... A lioness called Indu is responding well to the aromatherapy. Her favourites are lavender, vanilla and antelope. And Misha, the tapir, loves having her back rubbed with almond oil. One day that's going to make some yummy crackling. That's good. And the keepers massaging the male elephants get a little tired of putting on the mask and snorkel when it's time for their happy ending.
It's a joke about how much jizz they produce. So they need the mask and snorkel to get the
subtitles for the hearing.
Yes, might not be so funny after this, Josh. Claire, Josh, Craig, your clues were the axe, the cloud,
ta-da!
and finally this.
Yo, GMW, kick it. Stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yeah, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll blow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance, rush the speakers up through. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly, wanna play a dope melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. Love it or leave it, you better gain weight. You better hit bullseye, cause King don't play. If there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby.
How come I got sacked? I had Umcha written here.
Do we have a story?
I don't know.
All right, so we've got this old... I don't know, but I wonder if that axe is just meant to mean a prehistoric clue.
This is why it was hard for them to kill animals in the old days. It's actually quite strong. I was kind of expecting that to break. But the set did.
Quite impressive.
Whoopsie.
I'm really thankful that you didn't decide to practice that on me, because that's what most people do in this show, and there's a nice change.
Right, so Josh's gaseous cloud, his weather cloud, and then the ice. I assume it's an ice story, and I read that there is the possibility of another ice age.
There's going to be another ice age because Josh has gas. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
It's along those lines.
I think it sounds good.
Yeah.
Hang on a second.
I'm
Still not breaking.
I might just move.
What I'm hoping is it breaks off, flies over towards Matt Hayden, he picks up the bamboo shoot and goes, yeah.
So it's going to get so hot that it gets cold.
But in times gone by,
Well, there was a theory that
Is it the clouds?
that the mammoth farts were what made the ice age.
Yeah,
that's it.
Clouds.
Oh.
Simply put,
Exactly it.
simply put, elegantly put, that's it. Methane. Methane, the most evil of the stinky gases. But researchers now believe that hunting mammoths to extinction caused the last ice age because there were no more megafauna farts to keep the air warm. So next time a mammoth asks you to pull its finger, just pull its damn finger. But not everyone agrees with the theory. Tony Abbott has disputed the findings, claiming ice ages are crap. This puts us in a dilemma. Either we continue to let sheep and cows fart free and increase global warming, or we get rid of them and risk another ice age. Then again, if we become vegetarians, we could keep the planet warm with a continuous blast of lentil-driven doona lifters, air biscuits and trouser ghosts. Stay tuned, leaf blowers. Fast Money is next. Here it is, the game that never stops giving. BP's Fast Money. In Texas, a woman who was attacked by 2 pit bulls was saved when another animal came to her rescue. What was it?
Pussycat.
Pussycat.
Yeah, her pussycat.
The pussycat.
Yeah. Bit them off.
You're right.
Yeah.
The moggy. Yeah.
My cat would not do that. My cat would actually let the pit bulls in. He's in the back room. Get him.
In France, President Nicolas Sarkozy was saved when one of his bodyguards stepped in front of a projectile. What was it?
His hot wife.
Yeah. Oh, a nice breastbone. A baguette.
Croissant.
A croissant, a baguette.
Smelly cheese. What else is there?
Just guessing. I suspect you're guessing.
A snail.
Sometimes water comes in it.
Oh.
A bottle, a water bottle.
Water bottle. Thank you very much.
A fountain.
A plastic water bottle. In West Virginia, a 60-year-old man became quite upset when he came home and his wife didn't have a hot meal waiting for him. What happened next?
Did he cook it himself?
Go on.
Yeah,
You know
didn't he go after her? Like, he tried to kill her and chased her somewhere and now he's in jail.
He didn't eat her, did he? He didn't eat her.
He didn't eat her, no.
He shot himself in the foot.
Did he eat her?
Did he? Hang on, let me try that one. Did he eat her?
It's perpetual motion stupidity here.
I can't remember the question now.
Look, they had a fight, she left, and he set fire to the house. In Wisconsin, a woman claims her pet can play notes, chords and harmonies on the glockenspiel. What is this amazing creature?
It's a goldfish.
Thank you very much, Mikey Robbins has it. A goldfish it is.
How does it remember the tune?
And she's not playing, it's just flapping around dying.
He plays along with music in the house by pulling a string attached to the instrument with its mouth. OK, this one's open to anyone. In the Victorian town of Nagambie, 2 men who robbed a bank were arrested less than 500 metres from the scene. How were they caught?
Pulled over by cops for a minor traffic infringement.
Thank you
They
very
didn't have their seatbelt on.
They didn't have their seatbelt. You've got it, you've both got it. Do you know how long the 2 men were on the run for?
About
500 metres.
4.5 minutes.
Says in the question.
2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. And then they were caught. Good on you, police. So in the greenhouse tonight, Mikey Robbins, Julia Morris and Matthew Hayden scored a hot 85 points. Melted by Claire Hooper, Josh Thomas and Craig Reucassel on 87 points. ten.com.au/GNW is the place to get the podcast, see the extra bits, or visit our new chat room where Dr. Karl is still talking. So we say, fine, Obama, be like that. We didn't want you here anyway. And leave you with the good news for the week ahead. The day before it's due to be released, the A-Team movie will make its way to cinemas disguised as Toy Story 3. It's a crazy-ass plan, but it just might work. The Wallabies will take on England in a rugby test, but both will fail the multiple choice. Melbourne will host the Little Big Shots International Film Festival for kids, not to be confused with the Little Big Shots International Film Festival for midget porn stars.
And what name do you work under?
I don't work under any. I prefer to be on top. In LA... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. In LA, Michael Jackson's doctor will get off manslaughter charges when he puts propofol in the water cooler and the entire courtroom slips into a coma. Saturday is World Day Against Child Labour. But who will make my finely stitched suits? They need to have little hands, little tiny child hands.
You can do it then.
To get all the... What is it? What have I found to you? And the US Golf Open will begin, giving Tiger Woods a chance to aim at some holes that won't get him into trouble. Good night.